disrespectful for Crawford to call you out at 68, say that he can beat you at this weight?
No, you know, everybody wants to fight with me, so it's fine.
That being a biggest fight possible in boxing, is that something you'd actually be interested in?
You know, it's crazy when you asking about that because you say, your Machado is coming out of the other weight classes and that's it, and he's welterweight. So don't make sense. He's a great fighter. But for me, in my weight class, it's an easy fight. For me, easy money. So if the money is right, I'm in. Because, you know, I don't like to fight guys like Crawford because he move a lot and the fight is no. But if the fight made sense, why not?
A lot of people have him at #1 pound for pound. You think that's fair to you?
You know, it's a few people there who deserve the #1 pound per pound, and it's fine.
Terence Crawford recently called out Canelo Alvarez, sparking excitement among boxing fans. In a fiery video reply, Alvarez said, "Send me the contract," showing he's ready for the challenge. Fans are buzzing about this potential clash of champions, as both fighters are in their prime.
Right now, in your opinion, who's the best fighter in the world?
We can put Tank up there in the top 10 in pound for pound. He has to be somewhere in pound for pound. And Canelo done something that is amazing when Canelo was able to go to light heavyweight and become light heavyweight champion, something that I didn't even see him going up that heavy, and he did that. So, but as of right now, I have to put Terence Crawford as #1.
Has the Canelo fight, you know, realistically left your mind once he said he's not interested, or you still pursuing it?
Not at all. You know, I think business talk. You know, with the right business come across the table, you know, yeah, happen. I just be talking, man. Canelo a big dude, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I believe in my abilities. He's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy. Like, he's 5'8", I'm 5'8", you know what I mean? Cause my arm's longer than his, you know? So that fight would be good.
Canelo Alvarez, the pride of Guadalajara, Mexico, is an undefeated super middleweight champion with 4 world titles to his name. Known for his raw power, sharp defense, and adaptability in the ring, Canelo has taken down some of the biggest names in boxing, securing his place as one of the greats.
Canelo is beating these guys with all 5 layers of defense. #1, feet. #2, elbows, hands, shoulders, and the mind. This is exactly how both of those guys got to the highest level of boxing supremacy. Canelo Alvarez means to the Mexican fans what Floyd Money Mayweather meant for black people. 50 wins in boxing, no losses, no draws. And follow for more.
I mean, you fought Floyd Mayweather at what? You're 23?
23.
That's so fucking young.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and now obviously I try to beat him because, you know, if you beat him, you want to be the best in the world at 23.
What do you think was so impressive about him?
His experience, he's so smart. He have everything in a fighter, a complete fighter. He don't have power in the punches, but when you that kind of fighter, you don't need it.
You think that was the toughest fight you faced?
No.
What do you think?
I think it's tough fights and difficult fights. That was a difficult fight.
Terence Crawford from Omaha, Nebraska, is a multi-division world champion. He's won titles in lightweight, light welterweight, welterweight, and super welterweight. With his sharp ring IQ, versatile fighting style, and knockout power, Crawford became the undisputed welterweight champion after defeating Errol Spence.
When he fought Canelo and he was like standing right in front of Canelo and Canelo's just whiffing, it was a life lesson. And then you look at how good Canelo's head movement got after that fight when he realized it. I mean, my God, when he fought Danny Jacobs and Canelo's just standing right in front of him, bobbing and weaving. That's all what he learned from fighting Floyd.
Listen, Canelo needs to understand he's a different fighter now. The deterioration is there. It's not the same guy. He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on you. He throws 30 punches around. You're not the same guy. So telling everyone you're going to knock them out And then going into, 6 decisions in a row now? Scores a knockdown every time, power's still there. The problem is the pace and the ability to carry on and push. That's the real difference, and that comes with age. He's 34 going on 45 at this, as far as I'm concerned. He's got a ton of fights, been around for a long time, doesn't have that same desire, the same drive to take the chances against these younger, bigger guys, because he is fighting younger, bigger guys. So you got to keep that in mind as well.
I'll say he is the hardest, for sure. One of the fighters that hit very hard was Angulo. You know, he's a Cuban guy, and he punched very hard too. So I'll say both of them are like the same, but, you know, with Canelo, I was just mentally ready for his shots. You know, I already told myself, I know I'm gonna get hit. I know I'm gonna get hit on my chin, but it's, you know, I gotta bite down on my mouthpiece and push. You know, and look what happened in the 3rd round. I got hit with a left hook. I dropped. We be practicing in camp the whole time, you know, keeping my right hand to my chin. And I wound up just moving, and he connected right on my chin. And you see how I punched my glove. You know, that's like a thing for me when my last time when I got dropped, I was punching my gloves. 'Cause I'm like, damn, I got hit with a shot. I'm not supposed to be on the floor. But, you know, it comes to boxing. You know, the greats done got dropped, you know, got hurt. But it's about how you come back and respond.
After his recent victory, Crawford expressed interest in fighting Canelo at 168 pounds. Canelo responded confidently in a video saying, "Send me the contract if he really wants it," showing he's open to making it happen under the right terms.
All right, we have to talk about this. Terence Crawford just tweeted, Canelo versus Crawford is definitely by far the biggest fight in boxing. This guy is not playing around. All right. Crawford, pound for pound, #1. Canelo, biggest star in boxing still at the moment. Anywhere. I'm not talking about just in the US, Mexico, the UK, everywhere. Canelo is now open. At first, it was, hey, I can't go down to 160. I can't do a catch weight of 160. If he wants to fight me, it's gonna be at 168. Plus, I'm not gonna get any credit if I beat a Terence Crawford. It would be like Terence Crawford fighting Tank, moving 2 weight classes up, and I'm not gonna get credit for that. Terence Crawford is a special fighter. He is like a Floyd and a Manny that can move up to weight classes, carry his power, can beat up bigger guys. He's a special.
The weight difference between these two fighters is a big topic. Canelo fights at 168 lbs, while Crawford has been competing at 147 and 154 lbs. Canelo has pointed out the physical challenges of jumping weight classes, emphasizing the purpose of having divisions in boxing.
Terence Crawford, I see he wants to fight. He's made it clear. Do fights like that help your legacy, or do you feel like that's something that's not worth it to you?
Everything in my career, every fight make my legacy different and better. No, Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He's a good fighter, but you know, like I say, he's a weight classes for a reason. I'm focused 100% on Berlanga, and you never know what happened.
Yeah.
Former champ Demetrius Andrade shared his opinion, highlighting the importance of size and experience at higher weights while acknowledging Crawford's skills. He pointed out the unique challenges Crawford would face against a fighter of Canelo's caliber.
Vomiting, it was just tough, man. It was just a tough year, which at the end of the day, I'm a fighter. I believe who I am, with confidence and my skills and talent, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I do. It was just tough. And did it play in the fight? It played in the whole circle, you know, like the communication level, like between me and my dad, just a whole lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying, that usually is there, wasn't there because of the situation, which is, to me, fine, because I went through with it. I believe in myself, my talent, and whatever happens, happens. But I'm not going to be shy or run away from something because, like, life is going on. But this is my life also, is boxing.
Yeah, what caused you mentioned your brother was in a coma on the 4th floor, your mom in a coma in the 5th floor. What happened?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like sometimes I'm letting a little bit out. It's more like an intimate settings where I can sit down and have an interview, and I feel like I can like tell somebody face to face. Over the phone, it's kind of like, you know, not the proper way I would like to deliver like my message, but yeah, just tough, man. It's just tough. It was just a tough time.
Yeah,
tough time, man. It was a tough time. And then I lost my mom. No,
Yeah, no, I could, I could see it still affects you. I know it comes in waves. All of a sudden, it just crashes on you, and you get like, a flood of emotion going through. So, my condolences to you on that, Demetrius. I'm sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, in terms of the performance, a lot of people were wondering, like, hey, like, well, what's going on here? This is not the Demetrius we're used to seeing in the ring. Others have pointed out, like, hey, that's just what happens when a Benavidez fights someone. It overwhelms them. But overall, now looking back at the fight, like, what'd you make of how it played out, in your opinion?
I mean, I went in there and just, like I said, like some of the usual way of training or some of the stuff that I'm used to hearing wasn't there because the corner was silent. It was like me and my dad had like a relationship during that time. Andre Rosario, who was like sort of new to the situation, and then it just was a whole bunch of silence. It wasn't the normal stuff, like the stuff that will keep me reminded, at the same time.
David Benavidez also chimed in, praising Crawford's technique but questioning whether his power would hold up in heavier weight classes. He noted that Crawford would need to leap 2 divisions to face Canelo, calling it a big challenge.
I mean, I can't really say nothing about that. If that's what he wants to do, then that's what he's going to do. Canelo is a man that he does anything he wants to do. I don't think really what people say affects him. But I feel like the people, they want to see David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez. It's the biggest fight to make happen, and I feel like I'm the biggest threat to him.
Benavidez emphasized respecting weight divisions, giving Canelo the advantage in this matchup. He pointed out how tough it is to take on a seasoned fighter at a higher weight. Although Benavidez is a star in the 147 lb division, he's yet to fight Canelo himself.
I want to fight Canelo Alvarez.
They.
But
I'm the face of boxing.
Crawford wanted a payday, but Crawford didn't do good at 54. When I talk to people, they all tell me you would have knocked him out at 68.
Well, he knows now. He experimented the 154, and he knows. Maybe he do in 168 for a big check.
My last thing, Canelo, you just donated $70 million.
Canelo's dominance at higher weights makes him a formidable opponent. His ability to take punches, deliver hard counters, and move skillfully in the ring cements his reputation as a versatile and powerful fighter.
Look up the definition of boxing. Please, look up the definition of boxing. The martial arts of boxing, and then come back with your opinion. Because boxing is not all about knocking somebody out. Yes, that's part of it. That can happen, but boxing is a sport where you can outpoint somebody too. That's why they go to the scorecard.
I appreciate that take, bro. That's real educated, man, real thoughtful. But you ain't had a decision win in a long time, bro. You known for like being a great finisher. So I appreciate that. But that ain't how you moving, though.
Right.
Follow for more.
Crawford recently stepped up to 154 lbs and won the WBO temporary super welterweight title. However, some noticed that his knockout power didn't seem as strong as it was at 147 lbs.
Huggers the bud, not huggers the bud, but buddies. You see that. We see that. You understand me? You see what that say? Jamel Charlo what is the WBA junior middleweight champion in recess. Jamel Charlo is the WBC junior middleweight champion in recess. Nah, man. Virgil Ortiz Jr. is the WBC intern junior middleweight champion. Nah, man. So make it make sense. People got to make it make sense. Charlo's still a big dog there. Yeah, that's my camera behind me. Charlo's still a big dog there. So a lot of people need to get their facts straight. Understand? Opinions don't matter. It's all facts. No opinions. Sport podcast. And I'm always going to bring you the real, never the fake. And I'm never late on the news. You hear me? Get at me, man. Dollar.
Vestido de blanco, con vivos rojos y negros. Su peso oficial, 107 libras.
Moving up to super middleweight to face Canelo would be a massive challenge for Crawford. he'd need to handle stronger, more physical opponents in this class. While his skills are exceptional, it's unclear if his power and endurance can hold up at this weight.
Be great. That'll be 3 times. If he go 154 and win the belt, that's 3 times super. Then I said chase super greatness. Come on, Canelo. 160.
Well, if he can get in there with Charlo in like his next 2 fights where he still got age on his side, then maybe go up again. Like if he's trying to chase the greatness. But I mean, he already done something that's never been done.
Crawford's ability to adapt might be a game changer. His skill in switching stances and using both hands effectively makes him unpredictable. Along with his excellent footwork and strategic thinking, Crawford has the tools to control the pace and keep things in his favor.
You had to like Terrence's walk.
Oh, incredible.
It was fire.
Right, yeah, especially being to the fight. No one knew who really was going to win. And you can see the confidence. And I don't think real confidence you can fake.
A matchup between Canelo and Crawford would be a global event, bringing in huge pay-per-view sales and attention worldwide. With both fighters having dedicated fan bases, negotiations would need to cover purse splits, fight location, and broadcasting rights to satisfy both sides.
Crawford saying he wanted to fight you.
Everybody
wants to fight you.
Yeah.
Now, I saw at the end of the Crawford fight, the how they call him, the Excellency. Yeah, Turkey, His Excellency. The Sheik said that he would be willing to pay whatever you want to fight Crawford.
Fine.
Yeah.
If he's willing to pay whatever I want, hands down.
That'll work. And so if yeah, you're in. So if the numbers were right with Crawford, you'll do it.
Why not? Why not? I think Crawford don't get me wrong. He's a great fighter. But for me, in my weight class, it's an easy fight. For me, easy money. So if the money is right, I'm in. Because, I don't like to fight guys like Crawford because he move a lot and the fight is not that great. I saw Crawford the last fight and he don't move that much now. So if the money is right, why not?
Crawford confidently said a fight with him would be a big payday for Canelo. He pointed to his growing popularity and recent wins as reasons why their bout would draw massive attention and generate major revenue through pay-per-view and sponsorships.
If I was easy work, you would take all that money that he's offering you. But yet and still, he want $200 million for Benavidez, and he want $150 million to fight me. So that just lets me know right there that I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to his legacy, because it would be crazy for a guy that started at 135 to come all the way up to 168, your weight, no catch weight, no none of that, and dethrone you. So, he got that in the back of his head. This guy, for one, he's tough.
Canelo has voiced concerns about fighting Crawford, mentioning the weight difference and the potential criticism for beating a smaller fighter. While he's open to talks, he stressed that the fight must make sense financially and competitively.
I think Bud could beat Canelo. Like I said, I've been saying this. I don't think size win fights. I think skills do. So yeah, I think like being a southpaw with good movement and sharp boxing, it'd be hard for Canelo with that high guard to walk him down and load up on them big hooks. I think Bud would beat Canelo.
Bud Crawford.
Yeah.
Just won his debut at 154. Said if the money's right, we'll fight. Everybody wants that fight. What do you feel about that matchup? People saying the weight, all this stuff. How do you feel about that?
Everybody wants to fight me. Everybody calling me out and everything. And like I say, I have nothing to win with Crawford. 2-3 weights class less than me. But if the money is right, why not? Right? Why not? But look, I'm focused 100% on Berlanga. I know I have a challenge in front. I never overlook any fighter. So I'm focused 100% in this, and then we'll see.
What's your take on this potential mega fight? Can Crawford's skills outmatch Canelo's power and experience? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.